Well, hello everyone, and welcome to FranTastic InSights, where we provide insights from some of the coolest people in franchising. My name is Alesia Visconti. I am the CEO of FranServe and Franchise Dictionary magazine. Now, FranServe is the world's largest franchise consulting organization, and our goal is very simple. We change people's lives through franchise ownership, and we do that through a network of incredible franchisors and franchise consultants who are dedicated to help their candidates explore franchise opportunities. Now, today I'm very excited to have a wonderful person with us. His name is Brook Wise, and he is with Express Employment Professionals. So, Brook, it's wonderful to see you, even if it's just virtually.
Absolutely. Grateful to be here, Alicia. Thanks for having me today. Excited and appreciate you including us in this little
My
event.
pleasure. I wish everything was in person, but it is what it is.
I know.
I do miss that. So, Brook, I would love it if you could share with our audience a little bit about Express Employment Professionals, what it does, what Express does, and why it's unique in its category.
Absolutely, and thanks again for the opportunity. And I'll just say, for those that might be watching this, we're very fortunate that we, as a franchisor, have had a partnership with FranServe for quite a number of years. I've been with Express as director of franchising for almost 10, and we've had that partnership ever since I can remember. And it's very valuable to have a consultant on your side because they help you see through a lot of the stuff that's out there in franchising. And for us as the franchisor, there's a lot of value in somebody that comes through a consultant, and generally that person has a higher level of success. And one more little piece, which is great, FranServe is our highest referring consultant network right now. They have put the most people in business with Express this year in the last 12 months. So that's fantastic. So we're very grateful for our partnership with FranServe.
Thank you so much, Brook. And the love is mutual. I will tell you. The love is mutual. Thank you.
So Express Employment Professionals is the #1 temporary staffing agency franchise. And we're an organization that puts people to work through our network of franchisees. We have over 860 locations. Our largest footprint is in the U.S. We have about 40 operating units in Canada. We have about 15 operating units in South Africa. And most recently, we have launched in Australia and New Zealand. So we're a brand that's been around since 1983, so pretty large footprint. We do have one territory, one owner at a time, and it's really about making that positive impact in somebody else's life through employment. It is a business with a purpose that franchisees work every day, and we're a $3.6 billion company, 100% franchised, which is a little bit unique in the franchising landscape. And we are a private organization, which is also a little bit unique within franchising.
That is awesome. And I have to tell you, the temporary industry placements, that's my old stomping ground. So always a pleasure to, talk about Express and to learn more about its ingredients and its recipe for its success. And speaking about that, maybe you can share with our audience a little bit about your expansion plans. And if there's, certain markets, I know you've been in business for a long time, if things are sold out, but I bet you have some hot markets that you're still trying to grasp.
Yeah, we do. So, we have, 860 locations. We have in the U.S. and Canada, we have about 115 territories that are still left for new development. That's starting a location from scratch. We also have what I consider it's the most locations that I've seen in the last 10 years on our resale list. So we have quite a few resales as well. But yeah, we have a list of 50 target markets that are considered hot markets for us that really the franchise consultants should really take a look at. Just to kind of name a few: Stamford, Connecticut; Akron, Ohio; Norfolk, Virginia; Milpitas, California. There's a couple territories in Columbus, Ohio; Columbus, Georgia; Palm Springs, California; College Park, Maryland. So this list is made available to all the FranServe consultants, and they certainly can access that, or they can reach out to us and we can go through those markets. But yeah, there are certainly hot markets that we're after. And then as far as the resales, we're an organization that most are joining us after corporate America. And it's actually over 90% are coming from corporate America. They've been there for 15, 20 years. This is typically the second to last or last step before retirement. And so we have the tenure of our franchisees is close to 15 years. So it's a natural occurrence to have some resales in a brand like ours when you have a high tenure rate. So I make sure the consultants check out the resales, and you guys usually do a very, very good job of marketing those and partnering with us on this. So.
Well, that is great. And I will tell you, I love the idea that there's some, you were naming some very hot markets when you were kind of going down that list of locations. So, there are certainly ones that, are definitely prime. And when you talk about the resales, that is great when there's a successful, mature brand like you guys are. It's wonderful because there are certainly individuals who are looking just for that, right? They want to have an existing business. So Express being able to offer both like that, that is awesome. That is truly, truly a wonderful thing.
Yeah, we feel very fortunate. And I do see that resale list. Right now we have about 25 on there, which is a low percentage when you compare it to 860 locations, but I do see it, it should start to grow here shortly, especially with, COVID and folks maybe making a decision that, hey, then now's the time to exit the business, and with the tenure of the franchise owner business, franchisees, excuse me.
Yeah. And since we're talking about, franchisees and that type of leadway, can you talk a little bit about what you look for in a successful franchise owner?
Yeah.
What qualities work for you?
That's the magic question. And years ago, we did all these studies and did personality tests on everybody and tried to kind of zero in on exactly who makes the best franchise owner. And it was a moving target. So quite frankly, it's as simple as, somebody that has that understands that outward focus, that obviously that likes people, that likes relationship building, that you do have to like sales leadership, somebody that is really driven to make a positive impact in somebody else's life, somebody that wants to give back to the community or is very involved in the community or their church and is used to kind of networking and building relationships that way. Those are the individuals that do exceptionally well in our system. And you don't have to be a sales superstar. Some of our top franchisees are CPAs, former attorneys, and we have some engineers that are involved, but you've got to have that outward personality. You have to be engaging. You have to be a people person.
That's awesome. Now, do you need to have a background in human resources or staffing or something like that to be successful with your brand?
No. And actually it's only 10% come from an HR staffing, recruiting background. Most do not. And we're able to take those individuals, put them through our training and prop them up, get them into business. And generally they'll have some kind of level of success because our failure rate is extremely low.
See, and I think the audience is now having like an aha moment, right? Because, they think, oh, this sounds great, but I don't have a background in HR. And that's the whole beauty, right, of a franchise is following the model, right? Being in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So I'm sure your system really does bring people along, not with experience in HR or recruiting, correct?
That's exactly right. And that's the value in a franchise. You nailed it. It is following the system. That is going to give them the greatest chance for success, period. So it's not about figuring anything out on your own. You don't have to figure out, where am I going to put my space? Where am I going to find my employees? Where am I going to find my client businesses? How am I going to recruit? No, you don't need to figure any of that out. We've spent the last 37 years doing that. You plug yourself into the system, you follow the system, and that's what gives you the greatest chance for success. So it's about actually doing it and executing and holding your people accountable. And you have to enjoy it, right? Because then it becomes a part of your life and it's what you do every day. And there's lots of people that are a lot smarter than I am. This is, if you can match that and find that up, something that you're passionate about it's not a job. All right.
So true. I mean, I will tell you we hear that over again. You know, I started as a franchise consultant with FranServe, and of course, you know, I have all the consultants with FranServe. And the thing we hear over and over again when we help someone, you know, to find the right franchise, to find an express, this is what we hear. I wish I had done this sooner.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yep.
right.
So let's go a little bit deeper now and talk about one of my favorite hashtags on social media. I mean, I use it all the time. I use it probably more than even our brand name, and that is the hashtag of Franchise Strong. Now, I am crazy passionate about it because to me, Franchise Strong really symbolizes everything that franchising is to me. A group of caring people. We want to make a difference in people's lives through franchise ownership. We know that so many people think about owning their own business, but you know, they get nervous, they get scared, they don't know how to do it, and that's really what franchising is about. So no matter the circumstances, you know, COVID, economy up, economy down, franchising helps to illuminate that path for success. So that's what Franchising Strong means to me. Can you share what Franchise Strong means to you and to your brand?
Well, I think you summed it up and you nailed it. And quite frankly, that making that positive impact in somebody else's life within our franchise owners, that is one of the top drivers, one of the top motivators to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner within Express that we look for. So you've got to care about other people and almost put other people first and pay it forward. And that's at the core of our brand. And that's how we were founded, is to give people hope. And we do it through employment. I mean, that is Express through and through. And there's many different ways, tons more than I could possibly list on our time today, but that our franchisees they'll use in their business, not only to brand their business and to build their business, but to make that positive impact in somebody else's life. For instance, we have what we call Branded Blue Day across the country, where every single franchisee participates, and it's all focused on the food shelters and donating your time. And everybody, of course, wears their Express blue shirts, and everybody is volunteering at a food pantry and just helping any possible way that they can. And at the same time, it's branding their business and branding them in their local community. So there are so many ways that we have made that positive impact in somebody else's life. Time and time again, we have placed individuals as temporary employees in the very beginning, and they have gone on to become leaders in the company or CEOs of the organization. Chesapeake Energy, for instance, in Oklahoma City is one of our largest clients. And we placed the current CEO, she's been there for 25 years, but we placed her as a temporary employee. I mean, that stuff, it drives us forward every day. It makes the hair stand up on our arms because you see somebody just grow and be successful. So that's really that's at the core of why we're here and what we do. Yeah.
Wonderful. And I got chills when you were,
It's true.
I honestly did. Yeah.
What hair I have was standing up on my neck. So.
It really is the concept of, you know, doing well by doing good, right? I mean, right. that really what it is about. So right. I appreciate that. I will tell you, even when you were telling that story and your passion for your brand and for what you do comes through. I know you've been with Express for a long time, and it comes through very, very clearly. It's very obvious.
I've never witnessed the organization to ever do wrong by the franchisees. We never really step in front of the franchisees. It's all about putting those franchisees first and ensuring their success, because quite frankly, they're the only revenue stream to the organization. So we have to do everything we can to ensure their success. And along with that this is a business with a purpose. We're here to put people to work and to make that impact in other people's lives. And yeah, it's easy to get passionate about it when you love it. So.
It's very obvious that it comes through, and that you're very, I'll say, proud of making a real difference in people's lives.
They do every day, every single day.
That is truly, you know, the way that it should be in business. So thank you for that. And, you know, I really appreciate it, Brooke. I know everybody's, you know, pressed for time in this, you know, crazy time in our lives, but I want to thank you so much for, sharing your FranTastic insights. And I'll ask you, do you have any last thoughts before we wrap up?
You bet. Oh, of course, I've always got a thought, but I think as far as we're concerned, we do take our partnership with FranServe very, very seriously. Some of our most successful franchisees have come from your organization and come from your consultants. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you and leading your consultants and leading them through the last 6 months. And it's been wonderful. And yeah, so thank you for the opportunity. We really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I think we all can say that we really are as we call it, the Fran family, right?
That's right.
It's really what it's about.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much, Brooke. I really appreciate it. And I just
You're
have
welcome.
to say it, have a FranTastic day.
Will do. Thank you very much.